Good evening and welcome to Icu Tv main news. We begin by taking a look at the stories making headlines. Government security forces disperse over 25,000 illegal gold miners in Kikonge. NWASCO commits to enhancing sanitation in Lusaka schools. Faith Musonda yet to be formally charged, confirms police. And in our international news, US deports 8 men to South Sudan after a legal battle. And in our sports news, young Chipolopolo set for CPSAFA under-20 clash against Eswatini. With the news details, my name is Mapalo Kasama. Security personnel from the mobile unit have successfully cleared more than 25,000 illegal gold miners from the Kikonge area in Mufumbwe district, northwestern province, following their deployment to the region. During a visit to Kikonge Old Pit and the Chief's Pit, a ministerial delegation led by Defense Minister Ambrose Lufuma confirmed that the illegal miners had fled to nearby areas due to the security crackdown. Minister Lufuma emphasizes that the Ministry of Defense will not tolerate disorder in Kikonge, noting that such activities pose serious health risks and have the potential to spark conflict and other social problems. He states that the defense and security forces have established a 120-kilometer security perimeter around the gold-rich Kikonge zone to curb the illegal mining operations. He further expresses concern over the environmental degradation and government revenue loss caused by the unauthorized mining, citing numerous open pits in the area, approximately 21 kilometers from Mufumbwe Boma. Mr. Lufuma explains that the goal is to secure the area so that properly regulated mining operations can begin in the future, with benefits intended for the entire nation. Meanwhile, Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security Jack Mwembu reported that more than 20 vehicles, over 100 gold detectors and scanning devices, and 5 firearms were confiscated during the police operation. Some of the firearms recovered were military-grade, highlighting the serious threat posed by the illegal miners. Mr. Mwembu also reveals that 5 police officers were injured during a riot by the miners and are currently receiving medical attention. He announced that additional security reinforcements would be deployed to the area to fully eliminate illegal mining activities. Mr. Mwembu instructs officers to ensure that any individuals still lingering in the Kikonge area are removed following the security lockdown. And Northwestern Province Minister Robert Lihefu also urged residents to refrain from illegal mining. Rather, he encourages those interested in mining to collaborate with the government to engage in legal and organized mining ventures. The high-level delegation included Zambia Air Force Commander Lieutenant General Oscar Nyoni, Zambia National Service Deputy Commander Major General Ruben Mwewa, Inspector General of Police Grafel Musamba, Zambia Correctional Service Commissioner General Frederick Chilukutu, and Zambia Army Chief of Operations Brigadier General Barry Mutale. Zambia Police Service Assistant Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chilabi has clarified that Faith Musonda remains in custody and has not been officially charged at this stage. Mr. Chilabi states that the public will be updated once all necessary legal procedures have been concluded. He further dismisses circulating social media reports suggesting that Musonda has already been charged, describing them as inaccurate and misleading. The National Water Supply and Sanitation Council, NWASCO, has committed to upgrading water, sanitation and hygiene facilities at Kamanga, Chiwolia and Chainda Open Primary Schools in Lusaka. This initiative follows the advancement of the 3 schools to the final round of the Battle of the Brains quiz competition organized by NWASCO in partnership with the NGO Border Zambia. During the competition's grand finale, NWASCO Director Kelvin Chitumbo emphasized the importance of combining infrastructure improvements with efforts to promote behavioral change, noting that this approach is key to achieving meaningful progress in school sanitation and hygiene. We now take our first break. Coming up next is more, so stay tuned.
The Ministry of Education had a successful uniform day. This is just to say thank you. Gratitude goes to the Minister of Education, Honorable Douglas Munsaka Siakalima, for your leadership and for allowing the Directorate of Human Resource and Administration, in collaboration with the Communications Unit, to host this day. To the Permanent Secretary, Administration, Ms. Mariana Muneku, for giving us wings, fly high, and for believing in us. To the Permanent Secretary, Educational Services, Mr. Joel Kamoko, for giving us Ichimwela. To the Permanent Secretary, Information and Media, Mr. Tavo Kawana, for always supporting us. To the former Vice President, Dr. Neves Mumba, thank you for wearing your uniform. We are greatly humbled. Special thanks go to Zambia Education Programs Coordination Unit for meeting us at our point of need. To all the directors at the Ministry of Education.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. And now in our local stories, Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, Commissioner Major General Vincent Mukanda has urged all individuals aspiring to contest in the Mfuwe constituency by-election in Lavushimanda district to strictly comply with the legal frameworks, procedures, and nomination guidelines in place. He emphasizes the importance of meeting all eligibility criteria and adhering to the necessary nomination requirements. Major General Mukanda made these remarks during a candidate briefing session intended to prepare aspirants for the nomination process scheduled for Wednesday, 9th July 2025. The by-election in Mfuwe constituency was triggered by a court ruling that was resulted in the imprisonment of the sitting Member of Parliament Maureen Mabonga. Major General Mukanda warns candidates against withdrawing after successful nomination, highlighting that such actions not only strain the Commission's resources, but also negatively affects political parties, fellow candidates, and electorates. Tensions arising in Mufumwe following the shooting of a local resident by a police officer, an incident that has prompted concern and unrest within the community. According to local reports, the officer involved is personally known to the victim's family. Relatives and community members have expressed fears that the incident could lead to broader instability both in Mufumwe and potentially beyond. Some residents have accused the police of disproportionate use of force, particularly against small-scale miners. Allegations have also emerged of officers accepting illegal payments from miners and later carrying out forced evictions at the same sites. These claims have not yet been independently verified. Community frustration has been compounded by the absence of a Member of Parliament for the area. Several residents have stated that without parliamentary representation, they feel unprotected and unheard. There are growing calls for a by-election to restore political leadership in the constituency. Local leaders and civil society groups are urging authorities to address the situation swiftly, calling for the transparency, accountability, and dialogue to prevent further escalation. You are still watching Icu Tv Main News. We take another break. Coming up next is international news and sports, so stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We continue with the news. And now in our international news, The U.S. has deported 8 people to South Sudan following a legal battle that saw them diverted to Djibouti for several weeks. The men convicted of crimes including murder, sexual assault, and robbery had either completed or were near the end of their prison sentences. Only one of the 8 is from South Sudan. The rest are nationals of Miami, Cuba, Vietnam, Laos, and Mexico. U.S. officials said most of their home countries had refused to accept them. The Trump administration is working to expand its deportations to third countries. Still in international news, Uganda's long-serving President Yoweri Museveni, 80, has been declared the governing party's candidate in next year's presidential election, opening the way for him to seek to extend his nearly 40 years in power. In his acceptance speech, Museveni said that he had responded to the call and, if elected, would press ahead with his mission to turn Uganda into a high middle-income country. Museveni's critics say he has ruled with an iron hand since he seized power as a rebel leader in 1986. He has won every election held since then, and the constitution has been amended twice to remove age and term limits to allow him remain in office. We now take a short break. Coming up next is sports. Stay tuned.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Febamoyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself, and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92, and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
Welcome back. And now in our sports news, the Zambia Under-17 men's national team, known as the Young Chipolopolo, is finalizing preparations for their upcoming CPSAFA Under-20 Championship match against Eswatini. Head coach Aaron Kawangu emphasized the team's focus on tactical refinement and overall readiness. Zambia has shown strong form in the tournament with key contributions from standout players like Abel Nyongo and Mapalo. With momentum on their side, the young Chipolopolo are aiming to deliver a solid performance in Monday's fixture. Fans remain optimistic as the team looks to continue their promising run. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a quick recap of the stories that made headlines. Government security forces disperse over 25,000 illegal gold miners in Kikonge. NWASCO commits to enhancing sanitation in Lusaka schools. Faith Musonda yet to be formally charged, confirms police. And in international news, U.S. deports 8 men to South Sudan after legal battle. In our sports news, young Chipolopolo set for CPSAFA underclash against Eswatini. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, do stay glued to our Facebook page, that's Icu Tv, and our website, that's icutvzm.com. My name is Mapalo Kasama. Good evening.